Hello, you're turning on the English news from Quảng Nam Radio and Television. I'm Lena, and here are the headlines. Quảng Nam leaders offered incense at the Hòn Tàu Revolutionary Base historical site.
Quảng Nam reduced number of communal level administrative units.
Accelerating the implementation of the Adaptive Integrated Development Project funded by a World Bank loan.
Tourism of sharing with those facing hardship.
In celebration of the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification, April 30, 1975, April 30, 2025, recently, a delegation from the Provincial Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, and the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Quảng Nam Province, led by Mr. Lương Nguyễn Minh Triết, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, paid tribute with flowers and incense at Hòn Tàu, Base, the historical state of Quảng Đà Special Resource Party Committee in Duy Sơn Công Mill, Duy Xuyên District, Quảng Nam Province.
In a solemn atmosphere, Secretary Lương Nguyễn Minh Triết and other delegates respectfully observe a moment of silence to honor the immense contribution of the great President Ho Chi Minh, fallen heroes and martyrs, heroic Vietnamese mothers, and those who bravely fought and sacrificed their lives at the Hòn Tàu Revolutionary Base for the cause of national liberation and reunification. The Hòn Tàu Base is located in Duy Sơn Commune of Duy Xuyên District and Quế Hịch Commune of Quế Sơn District. This site held a strategically important position and served as the headquarters for the Quảng Đà Special Zone Party Committee, as well as various agencies and units of Military Zone 5 and the Quảng Đà Special Zone from 1968 to 1975. Many important conferences and meetings took place here, deciding on many policies to lead the resistance war against the U.S. of the Army and people of Quảng Đà typically lead the spring offensives and uprisings in 1969. The plan to fight against the U.S. puppet invasion plot after the Paris Agreement in 1973, the Summer-Autumn Campaign in 1974 with the victory of Thượng Đức. Most significantly, from Hòn Tàu Base, the Quảng Đà Special Zone Party Committee directed the plan to liberate Da Nang City during the 1975 Spring General Offensives and uprisings, contributing to the complete liberation of the South and the reunification of the country, April 30, 1975. In 2012, the Ministries of Culture, Sports and Tourism recognized the Quảng Đà Special Zone Party Committee base at Hòn Tàu as a National Historical Site.
On April 22, 2025, Secretary of the Quảng Nam Provincial Party Committee, Mr. Lương Nguyễn Minh Triết, along with a working delegation, visited and inspected the progress of housing construction projects under the program to eliminate temporary and dilapidated housing in Tống Cói and Đông Sơn Hóm Lịch, ba communes Đồng Giang District. The delegation visited the families of Mr. Hồ Xuân Hạ and Mr. Đinh Văn Vong in Tống Cói, Hóm Lịch, as well as Mr. Hồ Đình Phát family in Đông Sơn Hóm Lịch, ba commune. These are households currently building new houses under the program aimed at eliminating temporary and substandard housing. Most of the construction work is in the finishing stage, with construction teams making great efforts to complete the houses as soon as possible. In addition to government support, the families themselves have invested significant effort and resources to build spacious and more permanent homes. During his visit, Mr. Lương Nguyễn Minh Triết congratulated and urged the supported household to complete their new homes soon so they could settle down, focus on economic development, escape poverty, and gradually improve their living standard. Mr. Lê Nguyễn Minh Triết also requested that Dong Giang District assign officials to closely follow up at the grassroots level, expedite construction progress, ensuring housing quality, and mobilize mass organizations to assist the residents. On the morning of April 23rd, the Quảng Nam Provincial Party Committee held a province-wide conference both in person and online to discuss and agree on a plan to further reduce the number of communal-level administrative units following previous measures. The conference was co-chaired by Mr. Lê Nguyễn Minh Triết, Secretary of the Quảng Nam Provincial Party Committee, and Mr. Nguyễn Đức Dũng, Standing Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Mr. Lê Văn Dũng, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee.
Speaking at the conference, Mr. Lê Nguyễn Minh Triết stated that, in accordance with the directive of the Central Committees of the Communist Party of Vietnam on reorganizing communal-level administrative units, many provinces and cities have proposed plans to consolidate communes and wards. Some localities have achieved higher reduction rates compared to the national average of 68%, with Quảng Nam Province and Da Nang City among them. According to Resolution number 46 NQTU, dated April 18, 2025, issued by the Quảng Nam Provincial Party Executive Committee, Quảng Nam reorganized its 233 communal-level administrative units, reducing them to 88. In compliance with the central government's directive, Quảng Nam Province continued to reduce the number of communes further to align with the national average. At the conference, delegates focused on discussions and reached a high consensus on a plan to further reduce 10 more communal-level administrative units. After the restructuring, Quảng Nam will have 78 such units, achieving a reduction rate of 66.53%. Along with the reduction, the Provincial Party Committee also approved proposals from localities to rename some of the newly formed administrative units.
Recently, Vice Chairman of the Quảng Nam Provincial People's Committee, Mr. Trần Nam Hưng, chaired a working session with the World Bank WB delegation led by Ms. Yoo Hee Kim, Manager of the Urban Resilience and Land Global Practice. Its Asia and Pacific region to promote the implementation progress of the Quảng Nam Adaptive Integrated Development Project. Vice Chairman Trần Nam Hưng expressed high appreciation for the support provided by the World Bank and its experts in advancing the project. He emphasized that Quảng Nam Province, along with relevant agencies, is striving to complete all necessary documentation and procedures in order to commence the project before this year's rainy season. The province will prioritize compensation, site clearance, and resettlement arrangements for the project. Both Quảng Nam and the World Bank are committed to resolving any bottlenecks to ensure the loan agreement can be signed and project implementation can begin by June this year. Ms. Yoo Hee Kim, head of the World Bank delegation, praised the proactive and determined involvement of the Provincial People's Committee and relevant departments, sectors, and localities in accelerating the project. She also expressed confidence that the project would mark a significant turning point for sustainable urban and agricultural development and climate change adaptation in the province. The Quảng Nam Adaptive Integrated Development Project has a total investment of over 2,722 trillion Việt Nam đồng, approximately $113.4 million, with ODI loans from the World Bank accounting for more than $76.5 million. Over 67.5% of the total investment. The project is scheduled to run from 2022 to 2030. It will be implemented in Tam Kỳ City and the district of Di Xuyên, Thăng Bình, and Núi Thành. Ladies and gentlemen, in this historic month of April, a group of American visitors arrived to tour Hội An. Like other tourists, during their stay, they delight in exploring the local culinary cultures and the daily lives of the people here. What made this visit truly special, however, was that through the coordination of their tour guide and the owner of Sabrirama restaurant, these guests undertook a heartfelt activity to share their compassion with victims suffering from wartime legalist left by Americans themselves.
Drawing on the restaurant's initiative, sharing and connecting with love, 20 American travelers chose to pool funds to visit the market, buy ingredients, and learn how to prepare dishes adapted to Vietnamese tastes. They then personally delivered the meals to the elderly and orphans at the Quảng Nam Social Protection Center. After nearly 2 hours of hands-on cooking, preparing dishes rich in vegetable, fish, and meat, they brought up over 110 food meals to give to those in need.
We come to Vietnam and Hoi An because we want to give back to the community. We do this, we feel if we can cook and we can do hands-on rather than just give money, we know where our efforts are going and we can deliver the food to the people and bond with them as well. So we feel like it is a win-win for both of us, and that's why we do it, and we're very happy to do it. It makes us feel good and hopefully makes them feel good too.
This is not just an experiential product, but a journey of humanity, a journey of connection and sharing. I always consider how to create offerings for tourists that endure after they leave Hoi An. It's not just about beautiful photos of the ancient child, but also about emotion and memories rooted in the positive values of human kindness. In the late afternoon, more than 110 meal sets, each featuring 5 main dishes, were handed over by the American guests to elderly resident orphans and people with disabilities at the Quảng Nam Social Protection Center. Through personal interactions, story share, eyes meeting, smiles exchanged, these travelers from across the globe gained a deeper appreciation for the simple choice found in sharing, connecting with love, and healing the wounds left by war. The program Journey of Sharing, Connecting with Love was created to forge a bond between visitors and local residents, blending cultural experience with social responsibility. The owner of Sabrirama restaurants hoped that each tourist departing Hoi An will take home not only beautiful photographs, but also heartfelt emotion, lasting memories, positive life, and a commitment to spread kindness throughout the community.
Quảng Nam currently has 2 borderlines, coastal and land, spanning a total length of nearly 246 kilometers. Over the past 10 years, the province has focused resources and solutions to effectively carry out national border security protection, significantly contributing to maintaining sovereignty, security, and order, while creating favorable conditions for stable socio-economic development in border areas. In implementing Directive Number 01 of the Prime Minister on complying with border regulation and actively participating in building and protecting national border sovereignty, since 2015, the Border Guard forces have coordinated with relevant authorities to conduct over 20,840 patrol, inspection, and surveillance operations to safeguard sovereignty and security along with the borderlines, milestone, maritime zones, and islands. Various forces, departments, states, and localities have proactively prepared manpower and equipment, and closely coordinated with the provincial border guard to promptly and effectively respond to incident, natural disaster, and search and rescue operations. These efforts have been highly appreciated by project committees, local authorities, and the people. And we have to wrap up our news for today. Please stay updated with the latest news following us on social media and visiting our website qrt.vn. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.